Alright, and we're back. And when last time we set up the enemy so that they're going to chase you and they roam. So let's watch it happen. So he roams to the control point, which is the little white cube. If there was another cube closer to him, he would roam to that. And then if he sees us, let's see, if he sees us, they'll start chasing us. Yes. And then if he gets close to us after they chased us, he's going to aim his gun. Cool. That's what we set up so far. We've got a lot more to go, but in this episode we need to make some more tweaks to this character. So for your enemy blueprint, open that up. And we're going to go in here and change some things. So for the attacking player, that definitely needs to be closed. One of these eyes I think I opened up that don't need to be opened up. Attack target. We don't need to have the eye open there. Let's close that there. Cool. We set the attack target up top here in the attack player on site. We set it at the end. Set attack target. And then we use that same attack target down here in our AI move to chase player and attack. Now, what we need to do in this episode is we need to get a way for the AI to just be roaming around, and then if he roams to a random spot, he's going to see if he can attack you. Then he's going to move to a control point, and then if he's close to another control point, he'll move there, or if not, he'll attack you. So what we'll do is on our behavior mode, enum that we made in your content browser, click on your behavior mode, enum, and we're going to add one more. And we'll move this one up here at the top. And we'll call this Patrol 1, or Patrol I for initial. Okay, both of those don't look cool because the L and a 1 and an I all look the same. So we'll call it Patrol Plus. Sounds good to me. But then again, when you're doing coding, it's not good practice to put symbols. However, this is just a name. But even in good practice, I'm going to stick with it. So I'm going to call it Patrol 0. Alright. Now, in our alien blueprint, you're going to notice that that switch has now Patrol 0 at the top. So now we can actually fill that out, and that's what we're going to do this episode. So initially we want them to just be patrolling. So drag off of here the Patrol 0, and we want to say AI move to. Alright. And for the pawn, we just want the self. So get a reference to self. And then for the destination, this is what we have to fill out. So right click and say actor location, and you want to get actor location. And from here, what you want to do is get a random reachable point in radius. So for your destination, random reachable point in radius. Good. Now, for the origin, we want that to be the actor's location. So wherever the enemy is, that's their origin. And so that's basically where they're going to start from. And how far can they roam to a random point? Well, we can actually promote this radius to a variable. And we'll call this the roam radius. That way we know that we can set that anytime for any AI. We should turn the eyeball on. Compile. Save. Alright, so they'll be able to roam as far as we tell them. For my roam radius, I guess I'm going to set it as like, I don't know, 50 for now. But you can always come back in and change it. That's the cool part about turning the eye on. So after the AI moves to, what we need to do is, remember we created a function called update control point in the last episode, or maybe one before that. Pull that function off, and we'll run the AI right through that. AI move to right to update control point function. And then after that, we're going to put a delay. So hold D and hook a delay up. You might want to move this stuff down a little bit. For your delay, you just want a random float in the range like we have been doing. Random float in range. And the range that we're going to use is the minimum and maximum that we had before. So minimum and maximum. This is just the maximum and minimum wait time. So you don't get confused, we can change the name of the variable to wait, minimum wait, and maximum wait. Alright, cool. So after that delay, what you want to do is get that branch, get the condition to here. So this is the behavior mode chase player enum that we set up. Hook that branch up, and on the true, if chase player behavior mode is true, well, obviously we want to chase the player. So call that function that we made before. And if it's false, what we want to do is set the behavior mode. So set behavior mode. And what do you want to set it to? Patrol 1. So set it to the regular patrol. And then after that, you want to call the behavior unit. So it runs through this code again. Cool. That's going to allow our player to roam to random points. Here, let's comment that so we know what's happening here. So move it up here and comment it. And I'm going to call it roam to random points unless chase player. Then roam, or we called it patrol 1. Cool. So basically it's going to roam to a random point unless chase player is true, and then it's going to go to patrol 1, which is this one. See, so patrol 0, perfect. Compile, save. That should be hooked up quite nice. One more thing that we can do in the player before we add the gun and the bullets and all this stuff is let's make so that when they do stop the movement when they get close to us in the acceptance radius, which we can change how close or how far they are from us. I'm gonna actually set that to like 50. Or maybe even 100. Compile, save. But anyways, what we can do is we want them to be aiming at the player, so it's not like kind of give them some good accuracy. So let's make a custom event where they can track the player. Custom event. And we'll call it, I guess, track player. That's cool. Track player. Alright, so the first thing that we need to do is get our attack target. So whatever the enemy is attacking, which is the attack target. So we can drag that off and just say get. However, you notice you can't plug it in. So right click on it, and at the bottom you're going to see convert to validated get. Now we can plug it in. So the attack target, what we need to do is we should get a branch. So when that is valid, let's hook it up to a branch. And the conditions for this branch is, are they attacking the player? So if they are attacking the player, then we want to set the actor rotation. Okay. And the rotation that we want is going to be the new rotation. However, we have to split this pin structure. So split it, and now you're going to get these, and that's what we want. For the Z, I think we can say find. No. So what we're going to have to do is start it from the other side. So from here, we're going to say get actor location. And you can duplicate that. Copy, paste right below it. Off the bottom one, we're going to use that attack target as the target. So get that, plug that in. Alright, so for the top one, we're just using the self. Now for the top one, I think we can do find look at here. Find look at rotation. Yep. So find look at rotation, and the start will be the actor's rotation. The target will be the attack target location, and break this pin structure. So split it open. And now what you want to do is hook the Z up to the Z, y'all. Alright, after this, we'll put a slight delay in. Like a real slight delay. Let's put like 0.01. And then we'll call this function again. Track player. Cool. So when they aim at us, they should track us. Let's see. I think that's pretty much it before we add the guns and the bullets. Let's test it out. File, save all. Let's play. Walk to there. Oh. Yeah, that's cool. So cool. You can fix up all your values to make your game work how you want it to work. But again, that's what we need to do. I mean, that's what we needed to do this episode. In the next one, what we need to do is we need to give him a gun. We need to give her her sword so she can hit him, or her gun or whatever. And then we'll make him, when he aims, we'll make him fire some bullets. So that'll be the next one. But in this one, we just had to make the final tweaks to the character, and then we'll go ahead and set up the attack and damage part in the last part of this enemy series. So thanks for joining me in this one. I'll holla at you on the next one. Peace. Real quick, to make it work all the way correctly before we get into the guns, on the patrol one, what we set, we need him to start walking. We want him to not just go to the first one and stop. We want him to go to whatever one he's close to, but we want him to be roaming around the area. So in order for that to happen, on the false here, we need to set the behavior mode just like we did up here. So copy and paste. Set the behavior mode. And you want it to be set not to patrol 1, but back to patrol 0. Because if that's true, they're going to chase the player. But if not, we want them to go back to here. So let me show you how that works out, and then I'll really end the video. I'm sorry, I'm playing with y'all. Alright, so they walk to the control point, wait for however, then they go to a random point, and whatever control point they're close to, they'll stop at, as long as they don't see me. So if he comes over here, we'll see him. So now he should stop at the other control point as long as he doesn't see me. See? So what you want to do is set those control points as points where you want the AI, where you definitely want them to go. But other than that, you can have them roaming around the area. So you can just, to get multiple, just drag it off and duplicate it. And I can have another one over here. So that it comes here, comes here. And for his stats, if you guys want to know what I set it as, so we got his enemy pick in, health is 100, minimum wait time is at 3, maximum wait time, well, I should put my minimum at 1, maximum at 3, acceptance radius is at 50, and my roam radius, I put it to 1,000, so he can go around the area. If you want them to go bigger, just put it like another 0. Do 10,000. But that's it. And I'll holler at y'all next time for real this time. Peace.